Well, hello everybody. Welcome back once again to JJ's PC Build. You know, it's JJ with you once again. And if you just clicking on this video, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell. Would be appreciated. Today it's graphics card nightmares on the channel. So what we'll do is we'll talk a little bit about the 50 series while we're going through and doing our normals. So stick around. Let's go ahead and hit the Let's hit the. See, I even forgot what I was going to say. Let's go to the action screen and see what's cooking. Alright, I thought we would twist it up a little bit today. We start off with Micro Center instead of starting off with Amazon. I know you guys like me to start off with Amazon, but I figured we'd start off with Micro Center really quick and then work our way to NewEgg and then back to Amazon. We'll do a finale on Amazon. So, okay, going through Micro Center, looks like they got nothing available to ship. That usually means if you go on their page and you see this right here, that would tell you that if they got graphics cards or any kind of PC parts that is available to ship, I'm sure that's how you can get them shipped to you. But right now we're stuck at what we can find out they got inside of the store. So let's see what they got. They got a Evo, you know, the B550 or the RTX 5070 is going to be $550. This one's $569. $550 a better deal, even though it's a little bit of price, but it's still got more performance. I know I threw that in there. Everybody's wondering, Jay, what are you talking about the 5070 for? What about the 9070 and the 9070 XT? Well, we'll talk about them in a moment. You know, we're just going to name off the prices that are for the 5070. The 5070 is $549. The 5070 Ti is $749, and the 5080 is $999, and the 5090 is $2,000. Now it looks like the pricing scheme for NVIDIA looks real good, and it looks better than it did for the 40 series, but I'm sure prices will come down in the 40 series because the 50 series prices are pretty low as they are. But what we're going to wait for is to see if they got a 5060 or a 5060 Ti. But it looks like so far going through Micro Center, the prices are about the same as last week. As you went through graphics card nightmares with me last week, do I see nightmares here at Micro Center? No. I mean, they got a wide selection. You can choose any parts you want to build a PC. So if you go to Micro Center, in California, it's in Tustin, California, and also too they got many other locations around the United States. So all you got to do is take and go on the website, track to see where they're at, and get an address and put it in your GPS and take a roll down there. But so far, coming down to it all, looks like that, you know, Micro Center might be rolling out with some of the older models, like they got a T400 here for $179. That's a 4GB VRAM card. You know, you got this one here, $600, is an A2000. That's if you're looking for that. You know, they got this A2000 here. I'm not looking for it. I'm happy with my 4070 right now. So let's see, 7600. Doesn't look like much prices are coming down, so it is what it is. It looks like they got this 7700 XT for $439 here. But like I said, if you added another $125 more, you can get yourself a 5070. That's got some hellacious FPS power. Especially with that new multi-frame generation. They call it, what is it? MFG. That's what they call it now. So if you guys want, I will refer it to as multi-frame generation, or you just want me to call it MFG, just leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you want me to do that. Yeah, they got some older cards here. I mean, they got right here an XLR8. You guys know I'm no fan of the XLR8s, but as far as it looks, they got a 1030 here for $100. I mean, come on. I mean, a 1030 for 4GB of VRAM, DDR4. I don't think that's in my wheelhouse, but Micro Center does try. They got other parts. They got cases. They got motherboards. They got processors. They got it all. So, Make sure you go check them out. We do this every week with Micro Center, NewEgg, and Amazon every week. So now we're off to NewEgg. Let's see what they got cooking. $569 for a 4070. Wow. I would imagine they would have been bringing the price down below $550 for the 4070, especially when the 5070 is $549. And it would have been, it'd have been what it's been. And don't forget to like and subscribe as well. And also, too, make sure you show up on noontime tomorrow. We're going to have a live feed, a live stream tomorrow. So that way you guys can join in and give me your 2 cents, and I give you my 2 cents, and then we go from there. So keep moving on. We don't want to make this an hour-long video. And that brings me to another thing. I did make Graphics Card Nightmare another video, but the thing is this. I kind of made like 5 mistakes on it, so I just trashed it and said, you know what, I'm going to start over again. So, but also too, we'll talk about the 50 series graphics cards more when it comes to the live stream tomorrow. And also too, we can talk about AMD. We can talk about the discoveries I've been making with the PCIe X16 slots. It seems that, there's some new discoveries that I found out that you guys can join with me tomorrow on. And it's not looking too good right now with the graphic card prices. They just look like they're up, they're down, they're like a seesaw right now. But I mean, 7900 XTs at $700. Last week it was at $630. It's crazy. And the 7800 XT was like $439 like what, a month ago? It's crazy. I'm not going to recommend a 1660 Super to you guys. That's going to be ridiculous. This only got 6 gigabytes of VRAM. This only got 6 gigabytes of VRAM. And it's not going to be of your interest to have something that small. $236, $250, you can buy a B550 if it ever comes out at $250. Big controversy about that again. Oh, it's so annoying when they say, well, we're launching it every week. Intel does. And then turn around when they had their keynote, what was it, yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday or the day before, something like that. CES. We did a live feed on it. You can look at the live feed on my channel. It's on the live section. And you'll see that with Intel and AMD, they didn't come out with too much of anything. The only one that came out like gangbusters was NVIDIA. They brought the prices, everything. And plus, on top of it too, AMD says they're going to be launching their 9000 series GPUs. That's going to be launched 23rd of this month. And NVIDIA is launching theirs, the 5080 and 5090, the 30th. So watch out for the benchmarks the day before. And that way you can get a good idea a day before they put the graphics cards out if you want to buy it or not. And I'm sure a lot of reviewers are going to be out there, doing running tests like crazy. But I can tell you, AMD, Intel, and NVIDIA haven't sent me nothing. So maybe one day they will. Maybe one day our channel will grow, which I'm hoping for. And we can start doing some hardcore testing on equipment, like graphics cards, motherboards, everything. Everything dealing with the PC. But that takes time, that takes money, and that's something I don't have right now. I have the time, but I don't have the money. But we can work on it. Sooner or later, we'll get there. But in the meantime, we can tell y'all what's happening in the real-time world about graphics cards and what's cooking and what's not cooking. So moving on, and I'm going to say there's nothing on NewEgg but price hikes. So there's nothing on NewEgg that anybody's going to really want right now as it speaks. So now let's roll to Amazon. Let's see what Amazon's got. And see if there's anything fruitful for you guys to look at. I mean, This is not too fruitful, but a lot of people do complain about the 7600 XT. But I'm not going to complain about it because it's got 16 gigabytes of VRAM at GDDR6. Even though it's got a 128-bit bus, it's still got some objectivity. You can still game with it. So no matter what anybody says, any graphics card you can game with, as long as you don't exceed the threshold of the VRAM. So that's basically said and put. Just keep that in mind. If you know how to balance out your display settings, you can make your graphics card do wonders, even a 4 gigabyte one. But I'm going to tell you, I recommend right now, the way the things are going and you want to stay up with the world, I recommend you stay with the 12 gigabyte of VRAM or newer card. Older cards are good, but maybe playing older games, but the newest games, it's like a crash session. So that's something I'm trying to avoid, is giving everybody the advice to go for a crash session, and I really don't want you to do that. So I try to stick with the cards that have meaning and that make sense and that have better benchmarks, but that don't have the price. Okay, that's what a lot of people have to understand. When I do my channel, I have a tolerance policy. Basically, anything that's below $600 for a PC, when it comes to a graphics card, is okay. The best would be to get it around $250 to $400. You can still have a decent gameplay, but you won't have all the headache of the extra expense, especially when you're trying to build a PC for $1,000. You can still build a great PC for $1,000 and not run into the issue. So, 4060, 3050, 4060, and look at there. Now we made it to the end. Let's go ahead and go back to the main screen, and we'll talk a little bit there. Okay, now the thing is this. You got the 9070 and the 9070 XT coming out. 9070 was leak priced at about, they said, what, $459? The 9070, and the 9070 XT was supposed to be $530. Take that with a grain of salt. That's what was leaked out there. But what's not a leak right now is the 50 series from NVIDIA. They done put everything on the table. They said this is what it is. Said and put. And I've already told you the price through the whole video, so there's no sense of going there and boring you with telling you over again the prices. And you want to know more of my thoughts, you'll find out tomorrow on the live stream, so you'll have to get more of my thoughts about the 50 series, the 9000 series from AMD, and also too a little bit of kind of my thought on Intel not posting anything about their Battlemage series graphics cards on the keynote for CES. I'm going to give you my opinion on all of it all the way around, what I thought. But if you did make it to the end of the video, please subscribe, hit the like button, and also too, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time and the next video, you know what it is, and we'll see you on the next one.